Hello, my name is Mr. Wilke, and today we're going to be exploring the link between graphs and equations. So this says, use the following graphs and their equations given in both standard and factored form to look for patterns in x and y-intercepts. So here's y equals x squared plus x minus 6, y equals x plus 3 times x minus 2. You'll notice if we multiply these two together, we get this. If we factor this, we get this. Okay? So let's look at this and see what are the x-intercepts. So the x-intercepts is where it crosses the x-axis, which would be here and here, right? So that's positive 2, 0, that's negative 3, 0. Okay, what's the y-intercept? Right here at negative 6. Okay, so 2, negative 3, and negative 6. All right, let's look over here. X squared minus 0x minus 4. It's just a difference of squares, right? X minus 2x plus 2. Okay, so what are the x-intercepts? Right there at negative 2 and positive 2. What is the y-intercept? Right there at negative 4. Put those back. Okay. Technology's great, but whoops. All right. Anyway, here we go. X-intercepts at negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, and negative 4. And, well, we've got 0, right? So negative 1, 0, and negative 4, 0. All right, and the y-intercept is right here, 1, 2, 3, and negative 4. So 0, negative 4. Should be there. Okay, over here. Do we want to see if we can see a pattern yet? Okay, let's look. So 2, negative 3, negative 2, 2, negative 1, negative 4. What do we notice here? 3, negative 2, this is negative 3, 2. Negative 2, 2, negative 2, 2. Positive 4, positive 1, negative 1, negative. Oh, wait, 2 could go with negative 2, negative 2 with 2. These seem to be the opposites. So we got cut off. I'm going to try this again. Hey, look, the x-intercepts are the solutions, right? Negative 3 plus 3 is 0. Does that make sense? Well, let's think about if we're solving. If I was solving for y equals 0, y would be 2 and negative 2. If I was solving for y equals 0, I don't need the negative here, do I? All right, I've got it. Oh, what do you think the negative? Oh, look. This one's upside down, this one's got a interesting. Okay, but either way, negative 4 be 0. Oh, so that's why we've been setting things equal to 0, solving for the x-intercepts. Now, let's look over here. What's the x-intercepts going to be? 1 and 4. So, and let's look, 1 and 4. How about that? That's cool. Now, let's look at the y-intercept. Negative 6, over here it was negative 4, over here it was negative 4, 6, negative 4, negative 4. I think the y-intercept's going to be 2. There it is. That's cool. I like it. All right. Nice. Okay, so let's move on. Let's clear all that stuff out. So which form of the equation gives you clues about the x-intercepts? That was the factored form. The y-intercept, put a point on each graph of the y-intercept. If you don't have a printed worksheet, skip this step. We did that. Which of the form gives you clues about the y-intercept? That was the standard form. All right, so using our patterns, can we figure these out? What was the y-intercept on this one? 1 is correct, good. Not 8, but that's right, -8, good. Over here would be 5, 10. Now, this one's tricky. Why is it not 1.5? Because we've got a 4.5 there. So do we factor everything out first? Or do we? Let's look back. No, that's okay. Still does it make sense that that's the y-intercept is still 1.5? Yes? Good. Because think about it. Standard form, if x is 0, y is 1.5. Oh, that makes sense, right? If x is 0, we find y is the y-intercept, right? So if x is 0, y is 1. If x is 0, y is, oh, of course, it all makes sense now. Good. Now, what are the x-intercepts? All right, so remember, the x-intercepts are when y is 0. So if this is 0, x would be -1 or -5. Here, 3, -4. What would it be here? That's right, 2 and 9. A little bit tougher. So y is 0, 2x plus 1, 0. Be what? -1/2. Positive 5/3. All right, should we check our answers? We got them. Right? Not bad. Okay, good. Moving on. The student was attempting to graph the equation below but got the wrong x-intercepts. So it's not -1 and 2. How come? X-intercepts when y is 0, so that's okay. Oh, it's this one, right? 3x plus 1 equals 0. Be so 2, 0 was right, but this should be -1/3, right? Because 3x plus 1 equals 0. Not x plus 1 equals 0. All right, which way does the graph open? We already looked at this, didn't we? If the graph's only one opens down, what is it? It was the negative, right? So looking back, opens up, opens down, that's the one with the negative. All right, cool. So here we go. Opens down, negative, opens up, positive. So up or down, you should be able to figure that out, right? So down, up, 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 and down. Cool. All right. Label the important features of the graph. Y-intercept. Where's the y-intercept? Right there. at 0, -3. X-intercepts. Right there at 1, 0, and -3, 0. Vertex. Now, who knows what the vertex is? Good, that's right. It's the low point right there. So where is this? That's it. Down -4 over -1. So -1, -4. Axis of symmetry. What does symmetry mean? That's right, it's the same on both sides. Good, good. So if I were to draw a vertical line through here, well, notice this is the same on both sides. This is called the axis of symmetry. It's a vertical line. Vertical lines are always x equals what? X equals -1. Good. Okay. Which of the following equations could be the equation of this curve? Ah, that's a great question. So, what do we know? The intercepts are 1 and -3, so y equals what? X minus 1 times x plus 3. Okay, so -1 plus 3. That could be. All right. And there you go. All right, let's try this one. Label the important features. That's an important feature, maybe. Let's find out. All right, y-intercept. Where's the y-intercept? Right there? Okay. That's at 0, 7. What's the x-intercepts? -1, +7. So 0. What's the vertex? All right, so vertex looks like right there, over 3 up 16. Now the axis of symmetry we know is through the x-coordinate of the vertex. Okay, right? X equals 3. Which of the following equations could be the equation of this curve? Well, let's think about it. Does it have to be that one? Why? Got +7, right? Could it be that one? Okay, it could be this one, because there's +7 here. All right, so it's definitely not that one because the y-intercept. So what do we notice? Oh, it's got to be this one. Why? Because it's negative. It's opening down. Okay? Now, could I plug in the x-intercepts? It's negative. X minus 7. What do I get? Well, x squared plus x minus 7x is minus 6x minus 7. And there we go. We got it. Look at that. Did it. Okay. Graph the parabola that has the following important points. X-intercept. 0, 3. Right there. Oh, sorry. Y-intercept, 0, 3. X-intercepts are -1 and -3. Vertex is -2, -1. Use symmetry to give the coordinates one more point on the parabola. So remember, we've got an axis of symmetry which is going through the vertex, right? So this is 1 apart. These two should be 2 apart. Okay, complete the equation of the graph. X plus 3, this should be x plus 1, right? Because it's there. So could I get an extra point if I said y is 1? Or if x is 1. If x is 1, what's y? 1 plus 3 is 4. 1 plus 1 is 2. 4 times 2 is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's the axis of symmetry. I went over 1, 2, 3. Go over 1, 2, 3 more. Gives me a better idea of how to draw this. Like that. And there's our parabola graph. Graph the parabola that has the following important points. Okay, so do we have any questions about this one before we move to the next one? Okay, let's graph the parabola that has the following important points. Y-intercept 0, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. X-intercepts -1, 0. 3, 0. Vertex 1, 8. Over 1, up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There, get some symmetry there. And let's draw this. Complete the equation of the graph. -2x squared plus 4x plus 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there it is. This point was what? 2, 6. And we got it. And that's it. Okay? I hope this helped. Any questions, feel free to email me.